Tez.
Welcome to the TezDown. Welcome.
I'm the Tez.
Mic check 1 2. Welcome. Welcome to the TezDown. Party time. Welcome to the TezDown. And we got a very special show for you today. Today, we're going to be talking about the king of the North and the rest of the NFL playoff predictions. We're going to get a little bit of work in, but also welcome to the DDOG podcast. I'm going solo today. My co-hosts are a little bit busy with life stuff, and ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, I appreciate them for taking care of business when I'm not around, so I'm going to have to do the same for them today. Shout out to Ali. Shout out to Derek. Shout out to Marcus, all from the DDOG podcast. But it's Tez today. But let me tell you straight up, I'm not solo. I brought some backup. Shout out to Rob Russell. What's up, Rob Russell? How you doing today?
What's up? What's up? What's up? How we doing? How we feeling?
Doing all right, man. We doing all right. You know,
I'm talking about
the boss. What's up, the boss? How you feeling? What's cracking, John? He said to answer that, the question is yes, Caleb is the new face of the NFL. And that's something that we're going to be talking about today. So while we got a chance, Rob, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us who you are, man.
Yeah, Robert Russell. I play for a couple different teams, but most importantly, Team USA, world champions. Defense is my bread and butter, so I'll do my best to keep up with the offensive talk. But but just playing ball, still playing, and yeah, man, just happy to be here. Thanks for having me, brother.
So, Rob, we got a question from our comment section from McKinnon. McKinnon says, "Hey, Rob, question for you. If someone offered you $400 for your hoodie, would you sell?"
$400 for my hoodie, would I sell? I guess it depends on which hoodie and how hot she was. I don't know.
I like that answer. Shout out to McKinnon. What's up, McKinnon? Thanks for coming through today. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit of American football, and I think we're going to hit it hot today because there's not too much time. Back at that, yeah. There's not too much time, but as you guys have heard from Rob, you know he's a part of Team USA, and we had a really good time, didn't we?
Yes, sir. Yeah, the best of times. Couldn't have gone any better, honestly.
Yeah, from those of you who don't know, I think that it's very important that we keep it above the waist, literally
Yeah,
when playing football, and also in how many things that we do. But we got involved with a lot this year. I would say.
yeah.
I would say we had a pretty good time.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was a great time, man. Yeah. Everything went according to plan.
I mean, if you guys didn't see, I'm gonna have to mute it. But if you guys didn't see some of it, we definitely put on a show in Greece. We definitely put on a show in Hawaii, and we had a real good time. And I can't wait for the next opportunity for us to do it again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, I think there's a whole lot more that we can do, and I think there's a whole lot more that we got to give to the world to show them exactly who we are and why we are and what we're and the way that we're having a good time. So, you know, I got a little short video to show people of us doing our thing. Let's go ahead and show that real quick.
Run it.
Here's your world champs, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's your world champs. Your world champs doing world champ stuff.
All we do is win, baby.
I believe you got a profile on here. Let's share your profile. Right, Russell. There we go. You guys check in with Rob Russell.
Uh-huh.
As you can see, football player extraordinaire. Excellent,
Hey,
excellent human being too.
Mm.
This man got skills, y'all.
That was Hawaii, baby. That shit was a dream. Go my
Oh
Fit by
yeah, we had
Russ.
a great
My
time.
Fit by Russ is way better.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Say fit by Russ.
Yeah, yeah. Go to that.
I'll make sure I
That
bring that one on up after we get done with this. We'll do that towards the end of our show today. Oh yeah.
Good, yeah.
So
Green.
let's keep it going, fellas. Let's keep it going. Let's start. The Chicago Bears. I mean, the NFL has a serious Chicago Bears problem. Is it true?
Williams is the best Bears quarterback ever. Okay. And I'm saying this in year 2.
The right coach will not only galvanize his football team, but galvanize the fan base. All right, that's what this guy's got.
Obviously, some frustrating moments. Us just not doing our job. Us, not focus on the details. Us, those type of things that in these games you can't have.
Everyone said it would be the same old story. Another rebuild, another rookie quarterback crushed under the weight of Chicago's cursed history. Everyone said Ben Johnson would struggle to translate his Detroit success to a toxic locker room. Everyone said the Bears would start strong, give fans false hope, then collapse by November like they always do. What if they didn't? What if, for the first time in years, the narrative actually cracked? What if the Bears weren't just improved, but legitimately dangerous? Because right now, standing at 11-6 with the number 2 seed in the NFC playoffs locked in, the Chicago Bears aren't a feel-good story. They're a problem for the rest of the conference. To understand how we got here, you've got to rewind to the absolute disaster that was November 2024.
They have a balanced offense.
Yeah.
Right. Say whatever you want about their defense.
Yeah.
Who takes the ball away more than the Chicago Bears? And that's not by coincidence, man.
The Bears were spiraling. 6 straight losses had sunk their season. Head coach Matt Eberflus faced growing criticism for his late game management, particularly in the Thanksgiving Day loss at Detroit, where Chicago failed to call its final timeout in the closing seconds, a decision that drew widespread scrutiny as the Bears' comeback attempt fell short 23-20. In the locker room after that loss, Eberflus began addressing the team. Star cornerback Jalen Johnson, frustrated after years without a winning season since being drafted in 2020, interrupted and voiced his exasperation with the results, said to be fueled by ongoing late-game failures.
At the end of the day, for me, it's one of those things where at some point enough is enough, just as far as expressing frustrations.
Eberflus cut his remarks short and exited the room. The very next day, Eberflus was fired on November 29th, 2024, the first mid-season head coaching dismissal in Bears franchise history. He finished with a 14-32 record, including a 5-19 mark in one-score games, the worst such record in NFL history for a coach with at least 20 one-score games. But that disastrous stretch set the stage for a new era. In January 2025, the Bears hired former Detroit Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson as their next head coach, a move aimed at rebooting the franchise and jumpstarting development around their young quarterback. Ben Johnson walked into Hallis Hall with a resume that spoke for itself. He had spent 3...
Now, I mean, when it comes to guys, welcome to the stage, Garen Woodard.
Hey yo, MVP.
MVP. MVP in the building. What's up, Garen? How we doing today?
Good. What's happening?
You guys starting to get used to seeing Garen. Garen, this is your second podcast. How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
So, I mean, when it comes to professional sports, and especially the sport of football, sometimes you need a culture shift. And I think that when they decided to go for Ben Johnson, it was a pointed move in the direction of we want someone that's going to be offensively minded towards the game that we're playing. And I think it made the most sense. I mean, if you guys look at the success that they've had this year, I'm sure that you could agree that Ben Johnson is leagues ahead of where they thought he would be, or he's right exactly where they thought that he would be. Although I'm not exactly sure, if, because think about it this way. If we're looking at the playoff picture right now, the Bears are primed to go to the Super Bowl if they can win this next game. Me Love Music 69 said if he wins the Super Bowl, they might just be the new face of the NFL. Shout out Roxy. What do y'all boys think?
Everyone loves an underdog.
I'm
I think
just
everybody does.
my thought is I think you're biased because you're a Bears fan because you live there. Let me throw that in there.
What would give that away?
Well, kind of obvious.
Is it the Bears jersey that I'm wearing in the frame behind me?
More along the lines of where you live.
I like other teams. Y'all know I like me some Buccaneers and I like me some Patriots. You know, I like a little bit of them Chargers. You know.
Yeah, but I mean,
But
on
yeah.
the serious tip, though, I feel like whoever wins the Super Bowl is going to be the face of football. So no matter who it is, just like coming into the season, the Philadelphia Eagles was the face of football. So,
yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. What team? What team do you follow, Garen? What's your favorite NFL team?
you know what? I don't even want to talk about it.
Oh, okay. How about them Cowboys?
Let's not even do that. 'Cause we couldn't stop a runny nose.
Oh man, but they had an incredible offense though this year.
Yeah. So you see, Dak was led the league in completion percentage, passing yards. I was really impressed. But I mean, we also was dead last and defensively. So yeah.
What do you think, Rob?
About my favorite team?
Yeah.
Well, dude, I'm here in Utah, so I don't really have a reason to have a pro team, just because everyone likes their story. Everyone has their team for a reason, and I really haven't had like an experience of like, hey, I love this team or whatnot, So I love the underdog. Whoever's not supposed to win, I'll be rooting for that person.
Yeah,
that team.
I would say it has been the Bears all season.
And it's the Bears right now.
So it has been. I mean,
can't disagree with that.
Us playing, I don't think we've been an underdog for quite a long time.
Yeah, true.
I think our group of players has not been an underdog for quite a long time. So I do understand what you're saying, but make sure that when we all play, that no underdogs win.
Yeah. Never.
Let's just make sure we stay the world champions.
Always. Yep.
All right, let's keep going with this guy.
Seasons 2022 through 24 as the Detroit Lions offensive coordinator. And during that span, Detroit's offense finished in the top 5 in total offense in each year, including a #1 scoring offense in 2024 that averaged about 33.2 points per game, the highest in the NFL that season. Johnson was one of the hottest coaching candidates on the market in the 2025 hiring cycle, drawing interest around the league before the Bears landed him as their next head coach. He brought something Chicago hadn't seen in decades, a culture of accountability and a refusal to accept mediocrity. In his very first team meeting, he made it clear the Bears weren't rebuilding anymore. They were competing. No more excuses or moral victories. They just kept winning. Players who'd been losing for years suddenly had a coach who believed they could be great, and more importantly, demanded it.
Williams is ascending in year 2. But the stuff that you see, those magical plays, getting out of that trouble, running and still making the big play downfield, doing some of that magic stuff that rises above the X's and O's. The reason that he was the first pick in the draft, we are seeing it.
The offense Johnson installed was a departure from anything Caleb Williams had experienced. In college and during his rocky rookie year, Williams often extended plays and held the ball while looking for big gains. It worked sometimes, but it also contributed to him being sacked 68 times in 2024, the third most in NFL history. Johnson's scheme demanded rhythm and timing.
Both of y'all play defense. Have y'all ever seen somebody get sacked that many times in a season?
Only when on the MVP's on the field. Other than that, nah.
You got to watch out for him. He getting sacks and interceptions.
Swear. That can't feel good either. Those freaking refrigerators coming at you. There's no shot. That's got to hurt.
No, I'll get
Remind
my
me
hair
to play his
pulled.
interception video later on. Remind me to play that before we get up out of here. Y'all might be seeing some highlights today. Y'all might see some highlights today.
Need to definitely play Rob from Hawaii for sure.
Oh yeah, dude, they want to see the World Games. They want to see the MVP working.
MVP out there.
Man, I appreciate y'all, but nah.
Hey, you got it.
That's yours, bro. You can't say nothing about it.
Yeah, you got the MVP. That's all you, man.
Pre-snap motion, quick decisions, and trusting the design of the play. If the primary read wasn't there, take what the defense gave you. Don't force it. Protect the football at all costs. For Williams, this was like learning a new language. His instincts screamed at him to extend plays, to create magic. Johnson's system told him to trust the process, hit the timing throw, and live to fight another down. The results speak for themselves. Through 17 games in 2025, Williams threw 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, and his sacks allowed dropped to 24 on the season as Chicago improved pass protection dramatically.
Yo, that is a fantastic example
That's
of what
incredible.
happens when you get a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
From 68 sacks to 24.
Jeez.
That is crazy.
What a turnaround. That's what I'm
44
talking about.
less sacks this season.
Right.
Alternatively, they also won the division and took second overall in the entire NFC conference. They went from being one of the bottom teams to being literally the second best team in the NFC.
There we go. Comeback. Everyone loves a comeback.
Sco was in the building. What's up, Sco? Roxy said, "Oh wow." What's up? What's up, Roxy? How you doing?
Roxy. What's up,
The
Scope?
boss said, "Bro, this new offense is one of true grit. The fact that Ben Johnson made sure that the Bears play until the very last whistle is what sets them apart from the rest of the league." I would say that, yeah, playing into the end of the game is probably one of the most important things you could do as a football player.
Yeah, I feel like that's been there's been quite a few comebacks freaking in that fourth quarter to where people have been down, and it seems like this year there have been quite a few teams that have kind of took on that role of playing all four quarters till the clock hits zeros.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter if they're down 2 scores or 3, they're all playing until the very end. I like that. I like that a whole lot.
I think what's impressing me oh shit, my
Go
bad.
ahead.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
Oh, tell me, I
I'll
want to
wait.
hear that. That sound like gold
Yeah, me
right there.
too. Uh-huh.
I mean, honestly, what's been impressing me the most with the Bears this season is just they keep finding different ways to win. DJ Moore getting open down the field is really helping. You know, Caleb, what's his name? Williams. What's his last name?
Williams.
Yeah. Helping him extend the play, but I feel like that's kind of becoming like a safety valve in the back of his mind because he just keep finding ways to get open downfield and he coming down with it. So that's just what I didn't notice.
Oh yeah. You 1 second. I'm telling you guys that at the end of the day, if you are a football team and you are playing, the way that these guys are playing, you said, "Wooder boy, no ball." hey, he do. That's MVP right there.
Yeah, you don't get
MVP
MVP in the world stage for
yeah.
not knowing it.
Yeah, we gonna show some of Wooder boy's highlights. As soon as this video over, we gonna go get the highlights from Wooder boy. We gonna have to. We gonna have to.
Offense ranked among the better units in total yards and scoring after being near the bottom the previous year. But here's where it gets interesting. Williams' completion percentage sits around 58.1%, below league average as he continues refining his accuracy and timing. Former NFL quarterback Kurt Warner called him out for it, saying Williams can make any throw with arm strength alone, but in Johnson's timing-based offense, that inconsistency is costing them easy completions. Yet, the Bears keep winning, and that's the genius of what Johnson built. This isn't a team that lives and dies by their quarterback's stat line. This is complementary football at its finest.
Hey, how can you not like a coach that's like this? It don't matter what team that he's coaching. How could you not support this type of coach?
I agree.
And give it your all, right? Like, go put your body on the line for him every time.
You're going to go out there and do anything he asks you to do. Hey, I want you to put your head through a wall. You're going to put your head through a wall.
Which wall, Craig?
Right, which wall you want me to put it through? Hey, that man he's got it down, man. I'm telling you right now. He's got it down. He's got his team together. Like everything that they are trying to do, he is doing it. And I mean, I got to play that back. I got chills. Not just because he make it either.
Hotline. This is complementary football at its finest. The transformation didn't happen by accident.
It's crazy because he's an offensive coach, but that was all defensive players around him. Who has the number 1 takeaway in the league this year? Chicago Bears. Bear down. Chicago.
Man.
Number one defense in taking away and takeaways this year. Number one. Turnovers. Turnovers will win championships.
100%. I do.
Playing solid defense. Let me give you guys a stat here. The game against the Green Bay Packers that they just won the last one, they were down 3 scores. They proceeded to have 4 3-and-outs in a row against Green Bay. That is the difference maker in how you win a game versus, because think about it. If Green Bay would have, kicked the field goal here, punted here, kicked another field goal here, punted
Ran the
here.
clock down.
Yeah, kicked the field goal here, clocked them real quick, punted it. Like, no, the 3-and-out. The 3-and-out and then the takeaway later on. The 3-and-out and then the takeaway allows offenses to get back in the game when they're down. So that's why they say protect the football on offense. So when the defense gets out there, the defense can do what they do. If you're not protecting the football on offense, controlling the clock, you give the other team an opportunity to get back into the game. And that's what the Bears have excelled at all year. Their defense sets the tone to where, okay, we're going to stop them. All you guys got to do is score. I don't care if you score 3. I don't care if you score 6 or 7 or 8. Just get the ball and score, and we will stop them, and then do it again. And with that type of confidence that your defense can control the game, the offense can pretty much do what it wants to do at will. They don't have to be conservative anymore, and they're not. They're doing all the trick plays. They're throwing the ball down the field. They're running the ball on 3rd and 5. They're able to do this because they know that their defense is strong enough to keep them in the game.
Not only that, but I just feel like they've all bought into the system. I feel like that's always important with any football organization at any level. You got to buy into the system.
Yeah, you got to buy into the system. You have to. If you're not buying into the system is so important. It's so important. You got to be able to. You have to be able to
believe.
Yes,
Gotta believe.
You have to be able to believe it. Imagine if people would have threw their helmets at the sideline, heads all down. They wouldn't have won any of these games. 7 come from behind victories this season for the Chicago Bears.
It required a complete overhaul of the offensive line, and general manager Ryan Poles went all in. In March 2025, he traded a 2026 4th-round pick to Kansas City for Joe Thuney, a 4-time Super Bowl champion and multiple All-Pro guard, and also sent a 2025 6th-round pick to the Rams for Jonah Jackson, a Pro Bowl caliber guard who'd played under Ben Johnson in Detroit. The scheme fit was seamless. In free agency, they signed Drew Dahlman, one of the top centers available, who had finished the 2024 season as one of Pro Football Focus's highest graded centers. The numbers are staggering. In 2024, the Bears had one of the 2nd cheapest offensive lines in the NFL, spending roughly $23 million in cap space. In 2025, they significantly increased that investment, making them among the higher spending lines in football. And they got results. PFF ranked them as one of the better offensive lines in the league entering 2025. The Bears' run game surged into the top tier of the NFL, ranking near the top in rushing yards. Williams went from being among the most sacked quarterbacks in 2024 to much better protected, and right tackle Darnell Wright, their 2023 first-round pick, earned second-team All-Pro honors. Thuney earned first-team All-Pro honors as well. This wasn't just an improvement, it was a complete 180. But offense alone doesn't win you the NFC North. The Bears' defense became a takeaway-focused unit in 2025, finishing among the league leaders with over 30 takeaways and more than 20 interceptions. They posted a strong positive turnover differential, one of the best marks in football. Veteran safety Kevin Byard, signed in free agency, became a stabilizing presence on the back end and provided the leadership a young secondary desperately needed. He was one of the unit's most consistent playmakers. Another free agent cornerback pickup, initially viewed as depth, racked up multiple interceptions and emerged as one of the quiet steals of the offseason.
Yeah,
the defensive staff brought an aggressive mentality that matched Johnson's offensive philosophy. They weren't just stopping teams, they were taking the ball away and giving Williams short fields to work with. The combination was lethal. The Bears' offense committed very few turnovers all season, while the defense consistently created extra possessions. That turnover gap became the margin between mediocrity and dominance. Still, the skeptics had their ammunition. The Bears stumbled out of the gate with an early losing record, including a lopsided road loss that raised serious questions. Their schedule strength was criticized as below average. Their point differential hovered near even heading into December, trailing division rivals Green Bay and Detroit by a wide margin. Johnson even acknowledged after one win that the passing game still needed to grow, a comment he later clarified to avoid misinterpretation. The truth is, this team wasn't perfect. Williams was still growing. The defense, despite the takeaways, ranked closer to the middle of the league overall, but they kept finding ways to win.
Caleb is a young player learning on the fly,
Pass
and
it
as
back.
he's learning, they're winning. He's morphing into Ben Johnson's kind of quarterback.
Then came the statement game. December 2025. The Bears traveled to Philadelphia to face the Eagles. This was the test everyone pointed to. Chicago had beaten up on bad teams and squeaked past mediocre ones, but could they hang with an elite squad on the road? They didn't just hang, they dominated. Running backs DeAndre Swift and rookie Kyle Monangai combined for a massive rushing performance and 2 touchdowns. It was the first time in decades that the Bears had 2 100-yard rushers in the same game. The defense suffocated Jalen Hurts and the Eagles' offense. Chicago won 24-15, stopping a long losing streak against Philadelphia.
Yeah, that tush
After the game,
wasn't on
Ben
nothing.
Johnson went viral in the locker room, celebrating with his team in pure, unfiltered joy. The moment was significant for more than just the memes. The Chicago restaurant, the Wiener Circle, had promised free hot dogs if Johnson tore his shirt off after a win. He delivered, and so did they, handing out roughly 2,000 free dogs.
Y'all got to go there when y'all
But the
come
real
to
gift
Chicago.
was
Go
what
to
that
the
win
Wiener
represented.
Circle.
They clinched a playoff spot late in the season after key losses around the NFC. They secured the NFC North for the first time since 2018 the following week. By the time they finished the regular season 11-6, the doubters had gone quiet.
I freaking love
This
y'all
wasn't a
boys. I gotta
fluke.
freaking
This
jump.
was a team built
Cortez,
to
get me on
last.
this again.
Yeah, what's happening?
I gotta jump, but freaking get me on this again, brother.
Hey,
This is
most
awesome.
definitely, Rob. Hey, before you
Hey,
go,
good-
Rob, I got one
Yes,
thing
sir.
to show y'all.
Yeah.
Childish.
we got the MVP in the building with us right now. I mean, y'all about to watch the MVP do MVP things.
Yeah, let's go. Nope, that's mine.
Everybody go.
Go, go, go. Oh, yeah. That's my MVP right there.
I didn't tell him to go out there. That's boy playing on top of a mountain in Greece. That boy's playing on top of a mountain in Greece. Oh man,
MVP, well deserved. Well deserved.
you had a good time though, didn't you?
Yeah, I
I
enjoyed
would
it.
say so.
Definitely.
Bunch of
right, boy.
boys doing stuff, doing the thing.
USA
I'm gonna get out of here. Yo, y'all
All right, brother, man.
I love y'all boys.
All right, big Rob.
Later, boys.
So, I mean, so when it comes down to, from your perspective, as a defensive player, what do you try to do while you're on the field that sets the tone for the offense to come on and score?
Honestly, it's just energy, keeping constant pressure, trying to play lights out. I mean, other than that, I mean, I don't know what else you could ask from a defense.
Yeah, I would say the same. I would say the same. I would say the same. Hey, them boys looking good right there. Them boys is looking good right there. I see a whole lot of gold. I see a whole lot of
Like you
gold
couldn't
right
help
there.
yourself.
So I mean, in my humble opinion, I would like to believe that if you are on the defense and you see what's going on offensively, that you don't want to give up. You don't want to give up, any points. You don't want to put them in a position to where they can't win. Put them in a position, you don't want to end up like this team did. As we can see from just the replay from this, the Bears defense was putting all types of pressure on the Packers. You know what I mean? So yeah, they got their little play off. He doing his little fake Aaron Rodgers impression. He gonna get over there and it looks like they was about to put the B to the A, right? But that's not how it went. That's not how it went. This started happening. They had that nice little play. Then he fumbled after this. You know what I'm saying?
4 quarters.
It's 4 quarters in the game, right? At this point, you would think the game was over. It's 27-16. You only got a couple minutes left, and then these boys decided they want to start playing some football. Oh, we got to see that one. Yeah, there we go. What a dime! Yeah, that was a dime. Back to the 2-point try. They get the 2-point try. He turned into his best impression of Tom Brady and decided that he was about to do the thing. Packers tried to come back. Defense had put up a hell of a stand right here. This is not a case of one team being bad and one team being good. This is a case of two teams that are literally fighting for their lives to get into the next round of this playoffs. And the energy that comes from the play. Like, I wish I could play the audio, but the energy that comes from the playoffs is it's so loud. You know what I mean? He missed this one. He feels like he missed it. Like you can see it on his face that he knows that he missed it. And then you have one of the worst things that can happen as a player. This, your kicker misses the field goal that would have put you in a position to either win the game or put the game farther out of reach. And then you have King Caleb deciding that he about to go ahead and take this into his own hands and change the future of the NFL forever. And yes, he has earned the name. He has owned the name. He's King of the North. They won the North. He's King of the North. At least for 1 year. Beat the Packers twice. Beat the Lions. Came into the game. I mean, he did a thing. Beat the Vikings. King of the North. And that's all she wrote right there, right?
You're right.
That's all she wrote right there. So aside from the Chicago Bears doing Chicago Bears things, do you think in your personal opinion, do you think that if he was to win the Super Bowl this year, that they start treating him like they treated Patrick Mahomes?
Not initially. I feel like it's gonna take a couple of good playoff runs and to get to that level playing field, but it's definitely gonna change a lot of people's perception of him for sure.
Right. So you're saying it's not about getting to the Super Bowl, it's about winning it. So if he wins it in year 2 and Ben Johnson wins it in year 1, does that create the perception or the false expectation of them getting there multiple times?
Yep.
Okay. So they got to get there first.
Oh yeah.
We're not even at the NFC Championship game yet. We're just in the next round.
Right.
So, the next round is going to be interesting. They're playing the Los Angeles Rams, and that's going to bring us into talking about the next part of our show, which is the NFL playoff predictions as well as the playoff picture. So we're going to watch a little video about that. We're going to comment on it. We're going to stop when we need to stop. We're going to talk when we need to talk. And then we're going to take a look at the teams that are involved and what's left and what's next. So let's go ahead and do that. We're the NFL playoff picture that we're looking at.
Musso always pleased to be alongside my guy, the two-time Super Bowl champ, Ryan McFadden, who knows.
All right, so we got on one side, we have Chicago and LA. We're going to start with Chicago and LA. LA is a team that is notoriously bad in cold weather games. LA plays in a dome. Their quarterback has played in the dome his entire career. So you got to ask the question, do you think that even though the Rams have been playing good and they've surged, they're a lower seed than the Chicago Bears, do you think that they started off at the 5 seed? Do you think that they have an advantage over the Chicago Bears because Matthew Stafford has won a Super Bowl?
I would have to say, like, experience wise, yes. But I feel like the Bears may want it a little bit more. Well,
Classic is in the building. Fellow Cowboys fan, the Classic Codes has got LA Rams negative with -3 for 100. He's taking the Rams over Chicago, even though he's a Chicagoan who was a Cowboys fan. I can't disagree that's not a bad bet at all, knowing how Chicago behaves. That's not a bad bet at all. But I do think that Matthew Stafford being 1-8 in cold weather games with under 40 degrees is a huge factor here, including last year.
Yeah, you may be right, but so it's always about preparation. So I'm assuming he's not gonna come into there the same way he went into there last year.
We would hope not. You still got to walk into Chicago in the middle of the winter, next to the lake, with a broken hand. He said, "I have no control over where I was born. I don't care about the Bears." he don't. He don't care about the Bears at all. So okay, we got to move on to the next section. All right, what you got? Seattle, San Francisco. Seattle
Yes.
is. I'll say this: Seattle took the #1 seed this year. They were tied for the best record in football. They have the #1 defense in most categories.
I like what Smith and Jogba has been able to do this year. He really impressing me this year.
Yeah. So Classic says he's taking San Francisco. He always likes the team that just had a game. Like sitting on the. What do you think about that, Garen? Being a player yourself, is it easier to play the next week, or is it easier to take 2 to 3 weeks off and then play?
Play the next week.
I
Keep
say
the
the
drive
same.
going.
I hated taking weeks off. I hated taking weeks off. I don't even like having a bye week, to be honest. Like I feel like when you get a bye week, like you have to get restarted all over again.
Yeah.
Because think about it, during the bye week, unless you're extremely disciplined, during the bye week, you might eat a couple of things that you wouldn't normally eat during the season. You might drink a couple of things you wouldn't drink during the season. You might go out, stay out late, extra for a night with the lady. You know what I'm saying? You might do that, but you wouldn't normally do that during the game week because you know you got a game coming up.
Right.
But if you say I got 2 weeks to prepare, not one, you take some liberties. And that's just human nature. Like there's not too many people that lock in to the point to where they're not going to have a little bit of fun during their day off, their week off, their month off, that type of thing. All in all, I'm going to go with San Francisco. Obviously, this particular podcast and the DDOG podcast is a San Francisco focused podcast. Being Asif Ali's favorite team. My dad's former team and my dad's favorite team as well. I'm gonna take San Francisco on that just off the strength. Let's move over to the AFC. The AFC, we got two premium matchups in the AFC. We got the battle of the red, white, and blues, which is the Texans, Houston Texans versus the New England Patriots. What you got going on there, Mr. Texan?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna take the Texans. I just like the way they came alive their last game, and I just feel like they hungry. So that's another key factor.
The Texans do look like a hungry football team. They look like things are starting to click as far as winning football goes. The Texans also have one of the best defenses. We're talking about, if you notice, one of the main things about this season is all of these teams have top defense. We're talking about the top 10 defenses, and right now you have the top 8 defenses all playing in this game. This is the part that people are failing to realize. You bolster your defense and you have a decent offense, you all right. I think that the Texans have a decent offense and a great defense, and I think that might be enough to topple. The Patriots don't have one of the best defenses in the league. They don't. Not compared to Houston.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I'm gonna have to take Houston on this one too. I like the Patriots in this game, but I'm gonna take Houston. I think that's just a better bet.
Right.
Our final prediction of this one, of this week, I should say, goes to Denver and Buffalo.
My brother's actually a stone cold Denver Broncos fan, but I like the way Josh Allen comes alive in the postseason. Has been proven. He turns his season around every year.
Now,
I mean, it's consistent.
I'm gonna offer up a couple of different things. You and I have both played in Denver.
Right.
You and I have both played in Denver in the springtime, and it was cold then.
Mm-hmm.
It is winter in Denver, Colorado. We've been to Mile High Stadium. We know how Mile High Stadium feels, both inside and out. And let me tell you, the elevation there is no joke. Do you think that Josh Allen coming all the way from the East Coast to play in Denver at Mile High Stadium is gonna affect him and the other players there at all, especially those 350 pounders that he got on that line? Do you think their wind is gonna be affected? Are they gonna be sucking air on the sidelines?
I believe. Oh yeah, for sure. Because if you ain't mentally prepared for that and physically, it's definitely gonna play a major part in the outcome of the game for sure. I hope that they prepping for that.
I would hazard a guess they've probably been in Denver for a week.
Yeah.
If I was an organization with that much money, I would have told everybody, hey guys, we're leaving as soon as this game is over. When we win this game, we're leaving and going to Denver. I want y'all to be up there for a whole week practicing and getting acclimated with the elevation, with the thin air, with the cold, because it's a different type of cold in the mountains, y'all.
Right.
It's a different type of cold in the mountains. The East Coast cold is not the same as that mountain cold. It's not. Highest elevation, mile high. They're playing at a mile high, a mile above sea level. You got to think about that. You got to think about that. I'm gonna have to go. I do like the Bills. I do like Josh Allen, but consistency, the best record in the league, playing at home, I'm gonna give the home field advantage to the Denver Broncos. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna give the home field advantage to the Denver Broncos.
I honestly believe that game is gonna come down to whose backfield is going to be the most consistent and most productive. If James Cook comes out and has a good game, it's going to go Bills. That's how I see that.
All right. I can't disagree with you there. I can't disagree with you there one bit. If they come out and they're ready, what else can be said?
All right.
I think that's what it always comes down to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who's most prepared? Who's most ready? Who's got it going for them? You know, what team is prepared to do, as I say, do the most? You kind of have to think about it that way.
All right.
I think that being prepared for the game is going to be a big one. If I found out that if the Bills have been in Denver all week, I'm gonna have to say the Bills got a good shot. But if they decided to show up to Denver tomorrow, Saturday night, they're gonna lose that game.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that they not prepared. I'm sure that they giving them ample opportunity to get acclimated with the climate up there, the atmosphere. So I think it's gonna be a very good game for sure.
Whoa, why was he hitting? Somebody with a wrench fix that. There we go. I fixed it. There we go. Sorry about that, Classic. That was not on purpose. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think I gotta agree with you, man. Like, whoever comes into this game ready is gonna be the one that wins it. It's got a lot to do with that backfield and the protection. The protection is gonna be big. The protection is gonna be big. And that's really what it comes down to, in my opinion.
Right. I like the offensive line that the Bills has. I'm not really too. I kind of feel like I'm being a little biased, but I'm not really a Broncos fan at all. So
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. So there's been a prediction, and I want to check it out. We got time for that. We got a couple more minutes. We can check out this prediction. Let's go check out what this prediction is and see if we agree with it.
Okay.
Welcome back into Spotlight on your Thursday. So we're all trying to figure out who is going to make it to the Super Bowl, who's going to win the Super Bowl. I think all of us can agree this is the most wide open field we've had in quite some time. Super Bowl survivor, Chris. I guess it's kind of like watching Survivor, right?
Shout out David Sampson.
What do they say when you get kicked off?
They say bye, you're gone. I don't
Say
know.
something else.
You're fired.
You're fired. I don't
No,
think that's it.
that's Trump
You
on.
are the weakest link. I don't know what they say, but we're going to play a little Super Bowl Survivor here. We have been digging through all the tribe has spoken. Okay, that's it. That's what it is, according to producer Jack. John Breach joining us here. We're going to give you some stats. According to teams that make the Super Bowl, these things need to happen here. So let's start with a Super Bowl winner has to be, and these are true, the top 7 in scoring, defense, or offense. If that is the case, John Breach, that eliminates the Bears, the 49ers, the Steelers, Packers, the Chargers, and the Panthers. Does that stat need to be true this season?
Well, first, Amanda, let me say you guys are both voted off the island for not knowing what they say when people are eliminated on Survivor. My goodness.
You're fired.
But yes, look, you look at what has happened throughout NFL history. 56 out of 59 Super Bowl winners have been either top 7 offense, top 7 defense, or both. And I know this season has been absolutely unpredictable, but that does feel like a stat that's going to hold. When it's happened 56 out of 59 times, that is pretty consistent. And when you look at the teams that have not done that, so the teams that would be eliminated based on that stat, you're talking about the Bears, the 49ers, the Packers, the Chargers, the
Bears.
So there's only 2 of these teams left in the playoffs, and that's the Bears and the 49ers. Steelers, Packers, Chargers, and Panthers all lost.
Look at that group of teams, you start to think, well, those do seem like long shots to win the Super Bowl. The odds kind of bear that out because they are all long shots. And it would be a surprise if the Bears or the Packers or the Carolina Panthers went on to win the Super Bowl. So that certainly feels like a qualifier that is going to be in place this year, Amanda.
We have a few more here. That knocked out a lot. That's 6 teams that won.
All right.
This next one only knocks out 1, but it's a big one. It's a team that a lot of people would have picked in the preseason. A lot of people still picking. Only one of the last 25 Super Bowl champs were bottom 10 on third down defense. Breach, who does that knock out?
Well, Chris, everyone loves Josh Allen and the Bills right now. We saw Logan Ryan put them in the Super Bowl, but unfortunately, it knocks out the Bills. I know there's been a lot of talk about Buffalo's defense possibly being their Achilles heel, and specifically their ability.
What did you say, Garrett? You said the backfield is going to determine this game.
I did.
Potato said he thinks, or they think, that the Bills are going to upset the Broncos, honestly.
I have to agree with that.
Not a bad take. So let's see where we're going from here.
This one looks at they cannot stop opponents on third down. They're giving up 41.4% on third down conversions to opposing offenses, which ranks in the bottom 9 in the NFL this year. So that is it.
So basically what you see from here is if they can't stop them on third down, if they can't stop the running back, they're going to lose this game.
I agree.
In that bottom 10 qualifier. And what happens is if you can't stop opponents on third down, they get a first down. They're on the field longer. Your defense wears down. It makes it harder to stop the run. Josh Allen's not on the field because your defense is on the field, not getting stopped. So it's a snowball that keeps piling up. And that is where the Bills are right now. And that is the reason they will not win the Super Bowl.
They are getting kicked off differential. 2 teams here, the Pats and the Jags.
Yep, we have to say bye-bye to New England.
Let's go all the way to the end.
He plays well. There's no reason Texans can't make a Super Bowl
They
run.
think that
I feel like
statistically the
don't
Texans have the best
Texans right
chance to win the Super Bowl.
I haven't heard anybody pick the Texans lately.
Yeah, that's true. John Breach.
What you think about
Texas,
that, Gary?
No, Texas is long overdue for a Super Bowl, for sure.
When the last time you think that a Houston team has been to the Super Bowl?
I don't even know. Not even from the front.
Been a while, right? Let's find out. Last time Houston was in the Super Bowl. February 5th, 2017. New England versus well, no, that was in Houston, but that wasn't a Houston team. They have never been in the Super Bowl.
The Oilers either.
I think the Oilers were in one, but the Houston Texans were never in the Super Bowl, alongside the Cleveland Browns, Detroit Lions, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's find out if Houston Oilers the Houston Oilers never went to the Super Bowl either.
Wow.
The only time that they did was when they went to Tennessee and became the Tennessee Titans, and that was they lost to St. Louis in 2000, if you remember.
I remember.
You know, the Super Rams, the Kurt Warner Super Rams.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's going to be a wild. I think this. So my opinion, if we're really going to talk about it, my opinion is that we're going to have a Super Bowl season that is very unusual. We're going to have a playoff season that is very unusual. And don't forget, I do believe in the script. I think the fingernail painted warrior might make us find his way in the Super Bowl this year. I think he might. The way that the NFL has been scripting this season, I feel like we're gonna see a Chicago Bears Super Bowl.
Scripting.
Is there any other way to describe it?
I don't believe that there's no way that the sport like football can be scripted, and I'm gonna stand on that. There's just no
Give
way.
us your take on it. Why is football not scripted?
There's too many variables. It's all about stats. Like, who's gonna sit there and be like, oh, I'm not gonna intercept this ball even though it's right here close to me because we're supposed to keep the points at this, or I'm not gonna throw this pass, or the running back's supposed to get this many yards. Like, I don't. There's no way. There's no way.
No, you don't think so?
Absolutely not.
You don't think so? Well, I will leave y'all with this. At both the TezDown and the DDOG podcast, we have some interesting playoff implications coming up. I would love to see an NFC Championship game of the San Francisco 49ers against the Chicago Bears. That would be fantastic. But in the meantime, we're going to see what happens, and I'm going to motivate y'all.
They won. They won. Because we the one. Where my ones at? Who number one out here? You all better be number ones out here. You all better be number ones out here. So who keep a ones out? Yeah. We got a whole practice. Let's get it done quick so you get back to
You know you want some more of that in your life. You missed that, don't you?
Yeah, I hate the downtime. I really do.
Oh yeah.
Man, they are stretching Kikuchi tonight.
What? Bro, they got so mad at me at this. I played it again. They got so mad at me at this.
Man, they are stretching Kikuchi tonight.
Wow.
Had a little bit of that going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, guys. We have an event that is coming up in Chicago, Illinois on February 13th. And I want you guys to participate in this event and be a part of this event. I want y'all to be there and to share it with us. We got something right here.
Set me free. I ain't going out like Gandhi, bet it won't be nobody next to me. Cause I'm watching the people I'm loving the closest way more than the people I don't. Cause the people that hurt me the most in this life be the people that's locked in my phone. They made a mistake, I gave them some grace. I make a mistake and they won't do the same. People be dishing out what they can't take and they take what they cannot get back to the game. I'm unforgiving cause I'm unforgetting. I harbor resentment. I know what you did. Set me free.
Yeah, go ahead, check us out, y'all.
They don't like it when you got that glow. And one thing they hate worse than you having that glow is when you know you got that glow. They don't like that. They don't like that at all. So give them a reason to keep hating on us. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, oil farming, how I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paid away. I get treated like a milli tank. Southpaw like I'm really tank. I do things that they really can't. Envious, cause they really ain't. I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. That's a parlay you could take to the bank. Know some people I love, put some smut on my name. Real life, I'ma still love them the same.
Yeah, y'all get y'all tickets. Make sure that you guys give us that support. We will definitely have a show for you guys that is going to be something like you've never seen before. This is the Raw Society Coalition. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Raw Society Coalition channel across all platforms. The Classic Codes channel across all platforms. Souls of Thought, Uncle Plug TV, Conversation with Soft Rain, and this is the TezDown right here. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to that. Hit us up, and if you see us on social media at all, just say what's up. We'll say what's up back. Make sure you guys catch those shows. The Classic Codes is going to be going live again later on today. We had some really in-depth conversation last night on the Classic Codes, and then again, the No Middleman podcast went in last night. It was fantastic. You guys go and check those replays out on those channels. We are the coalition. And we're not going anywhere. We're going to keep on going up. We're going to keep going higher. We're going to keep getting better at what we do. So I say thank you for everybody that showed up, and thank you for coming in. Garrett, you got something for them before we get up out of here, brother?
Quick question, Mr. Branch.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Tez, are you participating in this show that you keep?
Oh yes, I am.
What exactly can we look forward to, sir?
You guys can look forward to seeing all types of conversation about love, relationships, being single, being married, being a parent, as well as, the finer things in life that come to being inside of a relationship, and it's a Valentine's Day panel, y'all. You're going to see a concert from the Classic Codes. If you guys saw them jumping around on stage or doing this thing over there in Greece, the Classic Codes, that is B-class music, they will be there and they will be performing as well as being on the panel. So you guys go ahead and check that out. You guys can find if you guys want to know about the discography a little bit, you guys can go over to, I believe, Spotify or SoundCloud and type in B-class music, and you will see B-class's discography as well as a Sebastian tape they got released. Those are 2 songs that you guys heard from the Sebastian tape. I do listen to them myself all the time. Good music puts me in my mood. You know what I'm saying? Gets me ready to go. It's music that's not just rap music. It's music that's about something, and that's very important in what the message that we're trying to convey. If you guys have never seen it before, go ahead and do that. Last night, Classic reached 1,000 subs while we were live on stream. Thank you guys for those people who subscribe, especially the people that have migrated from the TezDown and the other podcasts that I've been on to go over there and support him. Thank y'all very much for that. That was great. That was a good feeling. Got to put the belt on last night for it too. Got to put the belt on last night. Which belt you think I put on last night, Garen? Which one you think it was?
I don't think you put the tag belt on, but then again, you so impressed with it, so I'm sure you did.
I had to go with this one last night.
The BMF. All right.
I had to go with this one last night. If y'all didn't know, Garen is my tag team partner extraordinaire. Has been for a decade. Has been for a whole decade. I want everybody to go ahead and check those things out. If you guys don't know how that goes or why it goes or what the point is behind any of it, you have to be able to look at yourself and see for yourself who you are, when you are, and why you are. And if you can't do that, then you don't have any right to think anything about what anybody else is doing. I'm a firm believer in it starts at home. You know what I mean? It starts there. You see your vision, you make your vision plain, you see the type of things that you want to accomplish and the goals that you want to have. All right, let's see my puppy real quick. Yeah, we're gonna y'all like that. Love my puppy. But that's where it starts at. It starts at you seeing who you are. Hey, what's up, Rain? How you doing? It starts Conversation Soft Rain here. Conversation Soft Rain. How you doing? Say what's up to Garen. Garen in here too. It starts there. It really does. It starts where you are first, at home. It starts with how you see yourself, and then once you see yourself the right way, you won't let anybody else treat you otherwise. And I think that's what it all comes down to. Same thing with being a coach, same thing with being a player, same thing with living your life the way you see fit and expecting things that you expect from it. I believe that a lot of people's, mental proclivities or the things that they struggle with all the time, they start at home. And if you do not tell yourself good things about yourself, don't expect anything good to come from it. You know what I'm saying? So you want them to follow you anywhere, Garen? You got anywhere that they can follow you at that you would love?
Nah, I'm not even that deep in there just yet, man. Just have to continue to keep checking me out right here, right now on the TezDown.
If y'all didn't know, y'all should go and to the Kings panel. Throne Thursday had a little bit of Garen on there. Y'all can go and check that out on the Conversations of Soft Rain channel. Maybe we got a couple minutes. We can go through a little bit of Throne Thursday. We can go through a little bit of Throne Thursday. We ain't got to end right away. You know what I mean? And we check out what y'all talked about and what y'all did. Sound like a good time to me.
Very good time. First time being on a podcast. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad you did, man. Like, I thought that y'all did a really good time. I thought y'all did a really good job, and I appreciated, the way the episode played out. I appreciated how nice y'all all got along with each other, and why don't we go ahead and play a little excerpt from the King's Codes?
What do you think that actually looks like in real life?
I think it's value system. I talk about it a lot in the chat. It has a lot to do with value system, and that's grounded in who was that talked about? Who was it that referenced the Bible verse? That's actually something that's right. So that is an important factor to it. Our spiritual value, just as human beings, should come from.
So Ray say you did
God,
great, Gary.
right, in the natural order. And for men, it's more so like
thank you.
Action based, right? There's a purpose. There's a system that you have to put in place. There's order. There's structure that follows into that. So it's more so action.
Are any emotions that feel safe for men to express?
Honestly, no. Honestly, I mean, I just feel like from my experience, it's always once you take it to the point where you want to be vulnerable with a female, I mean, the right attitude, that's gonna get thrown back in your face, or it's gonna get told to everybody else. So I would say no.
What about you, Jared?
Well, in my experience, I can either show her happiness, I can show her anger, and I can show her me being content. I've tried to show women fear, it didn't get received well. I tried to show them sadness, it didn't get received well. So over time, I've learned to be vulnerable in a way that's kind of like a diet version of vulnerability. Like, I'm going to show you, I can be vulnerable with some surface things that you might be able to handle. Now, some things real intimate, deep, dark about me that you might not take well, or you might use as a weapon later on. Then no, I just got to stay in the box. I can't give that to you. Now,
hey, you guys go ahead. That was a hot show. That was a hot show, and I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about just the show itself. Y'all go ahead and give Conversations with Soft Rain a follow and a subscribe, and check out Throne Thursdays. It's a nice little Kings panel. Talk to the men a little bit. See how the men feel. See what the men are talking about. But thank y'all again. Thank y'all again. I appreciate every single last one of y'all. I see y'all very soon, as you are well aware of. Get your tickets to the show. Make sure afterwards you guys check the bio so you can get your tickets to the show. Everything is going to be in the description part of this video. I'm gonna put it all in there. I'm gonna lay it all out. Everything's gonna be in the description part of this video. You guys can hang out and see us in Chicago, Illinois, in one of the suburbs. Y'all be able to find out everything from the website. Check out the Raw Society Coalition page. Y'all go ahead and do that. Thanks for being our guest today, Garen. You have been great. I appreciate you, my brother, my tag team partner. It's been good having you. To the next time. Y'all want to see Garen come back, especially on one of these sports shows, y'all let me know. But I'm pretty sure that Rain got some plans for you. Ain't that right, Rain? Rain got some plans for Garen. Y'all Texas people are funny.
All right, till next time, brother.
Till next time. I am Tez. I'm 24. It's been 24. This is the TezDown / DDOG podcast. We will see y'all in another 24. Tomorrow's episode is going to be more traditional in what we normally do. And y'all can't wait because I got something special cooked up for it. I know y'all might have seen my playlist a little bit. Don't be cheating. Trying to go through my playlist early. We might even have a nice special guest for y'all who you haven't seen yet. Maybe it's somebody that you did see. Either way it goes.
I'm the Tez. I'm the Tez.
Welcome to the TezDown. Welcome.
I'm the Tez.
Mic check 1 2. Welcome. Welcome to the TezDown. Party time.